It's my feel-good breakfast show.
That's so right, Graham. Now, I don't know if you know this, but contouring has become the beauty industry's most publicized secret, with half of Hollywood blending their way to more chiseled features. Elizabeth Arden's makeup artist, Gina Myers, shows us how it's done.
Last week, we covered how to achieve a flawless foundation. This week, I'm going to spice it up a notch and give you the 101 on contouring to perfectly define your features. Whichever color foundation you are using, you're going to use 2 shades lighter and 2 shades darker. This is when we mix our textures and our depths. This is how we highlight, and this is how we contour. Today, I'm going to be using the Flawless Finish Correcting and Highlighting Perfector pens. I'm using shade 3 of the corrector pens. I'm going to place my highlighter color wherever you want to stick out, highlight, illuminate, make bigger, make brighter. The first place I'll start is the ridge of the nose. It creates that luminescent look. You'll see all the stars in Hollywood do it for the red carpet. We apply it just above the brow. This is going to give us a lifting, elusive effect. We apply it to the cheekbone, lifts our whole face. I lift it just in the corner of the eye. This opens the eye, makes it look bigger and a lot brighter too. I round the eye, just inside of the temple. I want this part of her cheek to really have a contoured deep effect. So I'm going to highlight and lift this area up, just above the jawline. The last area that I do is just on the forehead. Almost like branches of a tree, I flick it up. The areas you want bigger and brighter, you're going to highlight. So if you want your forehead to look bigger, you're going to add extra highlighting. If you want it to look smaller, you're going to add extra contouring. And the last area is the brow bone. Once you've done your highlighting, we want to now use 2 shades darker than our foundation in order to create the depth and the texture that we really want. I'm going to use shade 6. The first place that I want to apply my darker shade is just under the cheekbone. Create a kind of triangle shape. Next, you're going to apply it just next to your highlighting color on your nose. This gives you that very slimming effect. I like to go into the eye, just in the crease, just underneath your brow bone. I apply it to the hairline. And remember, if I want the forehead to look a lot larger, I'm going to use more highlighting color. If I want it to appear smaller, I'm going to use my darker color. And then the last area is just on the jaw. We just want to create a very slight shadow. So it's very subtle, but defining. And now we can blend. We're going to blend the dark color into the light color.
Blend upwards along the cheekbone, using a soft patting motion around the eye. Next, lightly stroke the jawline and tap along the nose. Gently blend into the crease of the eye, and finally the brow.
Once you've completed your contouring, if there are any areas that you'd like to further enhance, make darker, highlight a little bit more, you can do so with a number of products. You can do so with powder, and I'm going to show you how to achieve this with the bronzing duo. I'm going to first use my highlighting color on all the areas that I wanted to make brighter. For example, the ridge of the nose, the cheekbone, on the brow bone, blend it up into the forehead, just above the jawline. And then I'm going to take my darker color from my bronzing duo. I'm going to apply just underneath the cheekbone, just to enhance a little bit more, the ridge of the nose, and the jawline. Remember, this is the area that we want to apply less of a deep color and more just a shadow. And there you go, a beautifully defined contour to enhance your flawless skin.
Well, now that you know how to achieve that flawless skin, if you would like to win the ultimate Elizabeth Arden hamper filled with all the products you need for flawless countering, all you need to do is SMS the keyword Arden along with your name and city to 33728. That's Arden along with your name and city to 33728, and that prize could be yours. Remember, T's and C's do apply and SMSs cost R1.50. Get SMSing right now. Next up though, we're sitting down with Leigh-anne and she's finding out more about the importance of insurance for women and also all of the benefits that they could receive.